Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, allow me to spin you another yarn that I think you'll find both pertinent and entertaining. Back in 1825, a young lawyer named Thomas Baltzell arrived in Florida with dreams of justice in his eyes. However, the young Baltzell was also well known to have a fiery temper. And in October 1832, he found himself in competition for the affections of a young woman with another young man of ambition named James Westcott. As a result of this squabble, the two men agreed to duel near the Alabama border. They arrived that day, walked the 50 paces in customary fashion, and in a flash, both men fired. When the smoke cleared, Baltzell found himself uninjured, while Westcott sustained only slight injuries. We should thank the Lord that he chose not to take the lives of those young men that day. As Florida history would demonstrate, Mr. Baltzell would go on to become the first popularly elected Chief Justice of the Florida Supreme Court, and Mr. Westcott went on to become a U.S. Senator from this great state. Members, the moral of the story is that when legislators and judges duel, we all risk disaster. This year, the Chief Justice had to go begging to the governor twice in order to avoid shutting down the court doors. This underfunding is a direct undermining of the separation of powers. While the budget will fund 70% from general revenue, which I applaud, this bill takes the clerks out of the budget. But members, the clerks are directly responsible for collecting 30% of the court's budget. This demands sufficient oversight from this body. Not to mention the removal is in violation of the agreement already reached between the clerks and the court. I ask you to draw down your pistols against the judiciary, support sufficient oversight, and vote against this bill.